Okay, so today we're taking a look at Brief Battles on the Nintendo Switch. Here we're getting another local-only multiplayer party title joining the console. I'm not sure if we need another one, but maybe we'll have some fun with this. But can it basically do enough to separate itself from what is now an extremely overpopulated genre? Well, if you love the Switch as much as we do, hit that subscribe button. We're bound to have the content that is right for you. It's pretty much reviews and news near daily at this point. Leave me a comment with your favourite Switch party titles, maybe you have some recommendations for me. And with that, let's get this started. So with no story to speak of, we're jumping straight in with the all-important gameplay. And Brief Battles, it is essentially this, an arena combat game. One screen where you can butt slam in your underwear, that means jumping up and slamming that ass down, weird I know, jump, super jump, and then fire varying weapons. Whether that's against AI opponents or friends, that's obviously dependent on the option you choose here. So first off, for all the single players out there, let's get this out of the way first. You're restricted to what's known here as challenge mode. Starting off with tutorial basics to, well, get you warmed up, you'll quickly be unlocking further modes known as underpants collector, which is essentially more advanced techniques and training. Tighty whitey target, a hit so many targets in X amount of time frame. Bottom up battles, you're fighting off AI opponents. And then finally, endless bottom up. That's essentially endless horde mode until you whittle that life down. Now I want to point out now I never said this game took its menu names or its title very seriously, as it's driving me to say these weirdest of words in a row in a sentence for this review. Know that, yes, I know it might sound like an advanced tutorial, and in a sense it is, but it's also surprisingly deep and it ramps this difficulty very, very quickly. Now to give you an idea of how deep I am talking, this thing is 125 different challenges. Yes, some of them are like 30 seconds, but still it's a pretty impressive count. Overall though, here you're going to be testing everything from battling opponents to simply getting used to the gameplay, to the controls. Mechanics wise, it is a lot of fun. The jumping feels tight, the butt slams definitely work, a lot of the weapons are incredibly fun as well. But what's probably most interesting, what takes a little while to get used to, is what we'll call the auto grab feature. Your character here, you will automatically grip to walls and to rooftops, and it's amazing how much freedom this provides you, and the payoff once you get used to it, totally worth it. It not only demands skill from you by thinking, what will you cling to next, but then it also drives you to make precision jumps, so you avoid touching any of these rooftops, any of these walls. You don't want that slowing you down as you're making your escape or about to launch on an excessive attack at someone. What really increases the fun here though, I've got to say, it's the over 50 arenas the game offers. That's a huge amount of levels, honestly. For a party game especially, where I'm so used to seeing, maybe 2 or 3 different backgrounds, it's amazing the work they put in here. What these levels do though, they force you to mix things up in the use of the control format, Try something new, whether that's to rely on a grip move where you've got a platform heavy location. Maybe you need to use a weapon when it's more open space and you can attack from a distance. But probably my favourite, on a lot of the levels, you're going to find these awesome portals scattered around. These things, they're badass. Jumping one on the right hand side of the screen, fire out the one on the left. It should be known though too, these single player modes, they can be played in 2-player co-op. If you want some fun where you're working together rather than against each other, like all of the local play options on offer. These challenge modes then as well, they even unlock rewards that you can access from the main menu. So outside of this then, for Brief Battles, the main draw, it's of course local multiplayer. Here we're getting 4 modes: Classic Battle, and you guessed it, 4-player Battle Mayhem, as you jump, swing, butt slam each other, and just generally pick up weapons to, attack. Then it's Knockout mode, simple enough, last man standing. Then Hold the Gold mode, probably my favourite, you have to wear the gold pants for 20 seconds. But obviously, as a group of friends, you can keep on stealing them off each other. Then, finally, Underpants Collector, a dash to collect the most pants around the map. Each of these modes, they provide a level of difference that's more than welcome, and yeah, you've pretty much got everything here from, manic running around just trying to grab everything in sight, through to purposely targeting and attacking each other. Now, the true test, in my opinion, of any party game, are these fun? And I can confidently say yes. We laughed, we screamed, we swore, we threw a controller every so often. Each of them provides enough challenge that they keep the competitive environment on edge. We were always, having fun together, but very much aware that the person sitting next to us was our enemy. Do I have complaints though about this one? Of course, and I think you can probably guess what it is. Why we don't see online play, I don't know. This would work great. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I love local play. I get why they focus there for a party title. but I can also see where this could be a huge amount of fun online, you know, on a weekend, grab a few beers, jump on speakerphone, and butt slam into each other. It still sounds weird saying that out loud, but why would that not sound like a good idea, you know, to the developers to put that in here, you know? Younger gamers, yes, they get that quick access to local play, but as you grow older, you don't always have that location where, you know, you're going to have 4 or 5 friends around. A lot of my friends are back in England, I live in America. I'd love to jump on this for 30-45 minutes of a game. Gameplay wise, overall, controls are extremely tight. We get a single player mode, yes, is essentially a tutorial mode in disguise, but it provides a serious level of challenge that should give you a fair few hours of entertainment. And then the local multiplayer, fast paced, frantic, and just as fun and weird as the name would make you expect. Graphically speaking now, Brief Battle's not a disappointment. With over 50 levels in 5 varying worlds, I gotta say these things, they're lookers. Like a cartoon come to life, the ultimate compliment for this one. We get vivid colours, a fun cast of characters to choose from, and just overall some extremely creative worlds to explore. Yes, I will say these levels, it's all of the one screen for variety, but they just constantly somehow mix things up here, from the basic platform only locations to the portals that throw you halfway across the map. Mix this in then with, you know, weaponry, with the alien life you discover in single player mode, particle effects for the guns, explosions, and just some generally fun animations to match our characters, and I will say, we have a graphical win. So audio today, we're going to keep this one short. Characters, they have the occasional expression sound. It's not, you know, dialogue, but kind of like a small, I don't know, weird sound. There's the sounds to represent jumps, attacks, taking hits. Weapons, they sound a little bit weak. It's kind of a basic design, but it does work, I'll give it that. And jumps, again, nothing amazing, but it does what it needs to. When it comes to music, though, I gotta say, I was actually quite impressed. It's about as whimsical as you would expect, but with 50 levels, I was impressed with the number of tracks and the fact it just never got, you know, overly repetitive or annoying. Great work generally on audio, a few weaknesses in the sound effects, but I don't think anyone's going to be too bothered by that, quite frankly. It's doing enough to match the visuals and vibe pretty well. And that's it, Brief Battles is the latest in a long line of good and then extremely bad party titles to join the Switch. Do I have requests for this one? Of course. Give me the general battle modes from the main menu with just AI opponents where I can jump in and play as quickly as possible. Also then, while you're at it, give me online play, but even then I still gotta say, with an in-depth kind of single player challenge mode or co-op, you know, I know it is essentially a super deep tutorial mode, but I had a lot of fun there. And then a local play experience that was for sure extremely unique. I'm happy to give this one my recommendation. Now, this is a pretty big but though, and excuse the pun there, but at $15 in the US, £12.49 in the UK, and €13.49, it's a little on the expensive side for me, and right now, in my opinion, only if you're an avid local multiplayer gamer should you pick it up. For single players out there, for maybe those looking for co-op, maybe I can say stretch it for the co-op front, but single player, I'd say wait for a sale here unless you see that you're really going to enjoy this thing. Today, I'm basing this review on what it is for local play. I had a great time with it in that sense. Depth, there's very little, but it's fun for sure. I'm giving this one a good 7 out of 10. If you're looking for single player only, honestly, knock a couple of pints off and wait for a sale on this one. Thanks so much for watching. What do you think of this? Tell me in the comments below what your favourite Switch party title is. I'm arguing between a few myself. And then, if you love the Switch as much as we do, hit that subscribe button. Like we said, we're releasing content nearly daily, news and reviews. We'll see you all on the next video.